morning, good afternoon, happy Sunday. It's me, your girl Al, one half of your Sunday Syndicate, and I have a very special guest joining us this week while Mika is outside vacationing, enjoying herself. I have host of the Dynamite book here on Body Slam herself, Joshi Queen. She does it all. You know who this is. Lyric. Ooh.
Hello. So happy to be here.
I'm so
Always
glad you
happy
could
to
hang
be
out.
on the Sunday special.
Yes. I know. It's been a minute since we hung out. I'm excited for this.
I know, right?
And we got a lot to talk about. It
There's a
was
lot to talk about, actually. There's a
yeah.
lot to talk about. I think Rampage, Collision, and Battle of the Belts,
Uh-huh. 4
So
whole hours.
a lot to get into.
Yeah, I feel a little blind. I'm just like kind of like and then, snuck in a Ring of Honor pay-per-view for funsies.
Just a little razzle dazzle,
You know,
It's all good stuff, though. I feel like, this has been a really good week for AEW Ring of Honor.
Yeah. We just come off of Blood and Guts. You were talking about Blood and Guts on Wednesday. What a wild night that was. Things are moving. But yes, let's go back in time to Friday, Rampage. Um, I know you said you were catching up. Did you catch up on Rampage?
I didn't, but I did read the spoilers.
Okay. Don't worry. Because I thought I was gonna roll solo. I have a full detailed note about the Royal Rampage. Also, I'm a Virgo. I gotta write all my notes.
Real.
This week I'm prepared. Sometimes I'm not, but this week your girl is prepared. So Royal Rampage. We guys know what this means. The winner gets to go to Grand Slam in September for the World Championship. Um, the first man out is OC. Then we get Brody and Claudio and Commander. So 2 rings. Everybody's in their separate rings. If we forget the rules, because for a second I also forgot the rules of a Royal Rampage. We get it once a year. I don't know.
You know what? I think they change it every year, actually. So I think that they change the rules every year. So
Probably. But I forget, like, we have 2 and 2. We evenly separate. You have to fight in your own ring until the end, and then we mix. I forget that that's the rules.
I forgot that was the rules too. So you just taught
You're
me.
welcome. You're welcome. I was midway, like I started, I was like, oh, all 4 are gonna fight. And I went, oh no, they're in their corners. Yes, so we get those 4. Brody and what am I saying? Yes. Brody and Commander are in 1. Yes. And then I'm trying to remember. There's so many people. Uh, we get Ishii out. We get Brian Cage out over with Claudio. We're starting beef with Claudio and Brian Cage. This is what is happening over here.
This is what
Sure.
for.
Yeah, Brian Cage. That's the dude for you.
No, I'm just like I'm a sucker for a good meat match.
True. You know what? This is kind of fun. We get the Butcher over with Brody and OC's ring. I love the Butcher. I like
Me too.
go back and watch this. Brody and Butcher were fun for a second. If Butcher and Blade want to honor the House of Black, I'm kind of not mad at it.
You might be onto something. I think you're cooking.
I saw the chemistry, they kind of have the same vibe. What if we get Penelope back? When Julia comes back, we could have and Sky when they all come back. A coven. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
Coven of witches. Wow.
Wouldn't it be cute?
I think so. I think that they were really about to explore that concept before Julia got injured, and so now that Sky is injured, honestly, when they come back, you can really just relaunch all of this in like a very fresh new way. So I'm here for it. I think that could be something.
I just saw the chemistry, and I don't know if that was a plan, but I liked it. Tony, you know where to find me. Right here,
The DMs are open.
Yes, you know we're both of us. You've seen both of us,
Exactly.
This was fun. Daddy Magic enters from commentary. It was very cute.
Really? Oh my gosh,
Yes.
that's actually really cool.
It was great. And then Excalibur and Tony were very supportive of him. It was very cute. They were like, we're trying to be impartial, but he's in, so that's our guy. Very cute. I love Daddy Magic. Love him so much.
Me too. He's a great utility guy. I feel like
Yes.
wherever you put him,
Yes.
he's
He
gonna
could
fit.
be awful. He could be fun. He could be on commentary. Kills it on commentary. Like, I want the world for Daddy Magic. Um, Here we go. We get Roddy in. We get Kip Sabian. Speaking of which, let's
Hey,
go.
I have a get Kip Sabian the Wembley agenda, and I'm not letting it go.
I
I'm
am
not
here with
letting it
this.
go.
Listen,
Absolutely.
I am on board. Where do I sign a petition? Whatever. I am on board with you.
100%.
Into it. Like when he came back the other week, I was so happy. Like I love him. I think he's amazing. Yes, Kip for Wembley. Hashtag Kip for Wembley.
Exactly.
um, and let's and then Brandon Cutler comes out all wounds and all from Blood and Guts, said he's gonna avenge. He's gonna take this one for the Bucks. Talks about that. Gets eliminated with doesn't even get in. Barely steps a toe in the ring, and he's eliminated. Of course,
My favorite stooge.
I love him.
My favorite stooge.
See, we are on the same page about our Bucks and Brandon.
Oh, I'm an elite stan. Sorry, guys. The
Yes.
young Bucks can do no wrong. Sorry.
Yes, we are. See, usually it's only me holding out the elite over here, so.
Listen, no. I'm 100% locked in.
Mm-hmm. You get it. Let's see who else we get. Oh, Nick Wayne comes in because Nick and Kip. They're in the same ring. They got beef. Kyle, Brian Cage eliminates Daddy Magic real quick. Boo. Your boy Jeff Jarrett comes out. I know you're a big Jeff Jarrett.
Love him. Love him.
This is where we differ. This is where we split.
Listen, that's my guy. That is my guy. I'm not saying he got to be world champion tomorrow, but listen, I'm showing up for the last outlaw.
I mean, I was really into those promos he was given for the Owen tournament. Good for him. But sure. Sure.
I was moved.
Sure. But the crowd into it, obviously, because we're still in Memphis. Huge pop. Matt Taven comes out. Nick Wayne eliminates Commander. Jay Lethal comes out. Kip eliminates Nick. This is where your agenda is coming through. Nick Wayne, Kip Sabian, Wembley. Give it to me.
Well, they probably. I wonder if they're going to do that, or if they're going to do have Kip find some partners, and then that'll be the trio title match.
But you're the Blade. They're right there.
Oh yeah, that is right.
Hello.
That would be really cool. I would love to see some. One thing I do want to see for Wembley, I would love to see some real AEW OGs get opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I think is really important for me this year. I really want to see some OGs get opportunities for sure.
Yeah, and I think it's good. I think Kip's not deserving, but he's killing it. He was on the pre-show last year hosting, but I think they would stop and starts with Kip, and I hate that.
Yeah, but because we're so close to Wembley, it's giving me hope that this is it. This is the one. We're so bad. We're so bad.
I think everyone's into it,
Uh-huh.
We're feeling it. We're like, yes, Kip, come on. Nick Wayne telling this man, oh, you're just because your dad's dead, suck it up, deal with it. Sir.
That's nasty.
That is a nasty work, okay?
That is nasty.
If someone told me that, Wembley.
You gotta go, brother.
You have to go. See, also, patriarchy, don't come for me and my dead dad, okay? Just please don't. You got to make things real bad.
That's not funny. That's terrible.
Listen, I have to make things real dark to feel better about myself. It's cool. We can laugh.
Ooh, okay.
Listen. I told you we get crazy on Sundays.
Get real active, yeah.
But yes, um, so we see Christian in the back watching it with Baba
Absolutely.
Wade and
Like the
Killswitch, and then
father
he blames Killswitch for not being in the match for Nick being out.
exactly, because he's a father. Mm-hmm.
Poor Killswitch.
Listen,
Just
Christian don't play by his son. His son,
his son
his
Nick.
pride and joy, the light of his life, his heir, his protege.
Wait, Killswitch is the spare. Killswitch is the Harry.
Exactly.
Oh man.
The heir and the spare.
Oh
Exactly.
no.
The heir and the dinosaur spare.
Oh
Beautiful.
no.
Incredible.
Oh no. Mama Wayne's Camilla?
Well, yeah. Well, no. Actually, no. She's kind of.
She's no Princess Di.
She's technically. Listen. Hey, Mama Wayne, I love that lady. I'll go to war for her.
Stand
That is a
Mama Wayne.
woman. That is a woman. When the Commodores wrote Brick House, they were thinking of her. That is a woman. When you go in the dictionary, you look at the thesaurus, Merriam-Webster, whatever, and you look up the word woman, there's a picture of Shayna right next to it.
You got the t-shirt yet?
Huh?
You got that t-shirt yet?
I need it. I'm not wearing, and honestly, I really don't want a t-shirt until I can go wear it. Like, I need to be able to wear it and stand up. Yes, like Mother Wayne.
She is mother though, yes. We got Mike Bennett, we get Beast Morthos, and Claudio. Love that. Speaking of meat, yes, hook it to my veins. Jeff Jarrett eliminates Kip. Boo. Darby Allin, second to last. He's still alive after Blood and Guts. They put this man out at like minutes after Blood and Guts into this Royal Rampage.
Well, Barbie, let's not Barbie, but Darby has done much worse.
Worse things. Worse things. Worse. This is on the not even on the list.
With much shorter amounts of time.
Truly.
At this point, especially with everything that he's done between the Sting announcement of his retirement, not the retirement. So the announcement of Sting's retirement until now, I've learned nothing should shock me when it comes to Darby at this point. Like I've decided to suspend my own belief.
Listen, I said it last week. I think it was last week that Darby is not going to pass away in like a grand way. He's just going to stub his toe, get an infection, and pass away. Something like
staph infection or some shit.
Yeah. Or the ripe old age of 120 is going to sleep peacefully. Like that is what's going to happen.
Those are the type of people, they're going to survive us all.
Truly. But he goes after Brody because, again, refresh my memory. Thank you, commentary. This is what you're for. Reminded me of Brody and Darby in Royal Rampage like 2 years ago with the choke out. Reminded me. That was great. Our final entrant is Lio Rush, who's on the mend. We love to see it. Good for him. Glad he's back. We get the conglomeration, Undisputed Kingdom. They eliminate each other. So we got Darby alone. He's in his ring. So we have Claudio and Lio in their ring. Gets a little precarious, a little like in the end, Claudio eliminates him. We get Claudio and Darby. Again, more precarious situations.
Claudio was my pick to win.
Honestly, I thought see, my other agenda is also Claudio for champion. Give him a world title match, please.
Well,
this man deserves it. Give him.
I also think too of just like if you assume that Danielson wins it all in, I felt like his opponent should be somebody from the BCC, and you got to think like him and Claudio. They've never They only wrestled once since they've been
Mm-hmm.
AEW, and it was a draw.
Yeah. Come on.
Well,
But Darby eliminated Claudio, so we're getting Darby at Grand Slam.
Darby could be a double champion.
He could after Wembley.
So yeah.
I don't know what's happening. But so I guess okay, I don't like this because this makes me just think of automatically Darby and Swerve at Grand Slam, just full Pacific Northwest boys.
I don't think it automatically makes me think that, because you have to remind yourselves of just Darby has never wrestled Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, and what does that look like? What's
like
that?
that's a thing too. Of just like,
what is that?
Because the thing is, if you want the Pacific Northwest pop, you run Darby versus Swerve at Wrestle Dream.
Yeah.
If you and I'll be honest, like I don't think they're going to do that. I think that's where they're going to run Hangman Swerve, because that's, you know, that'll make the 1 year anniversary since their first match, which was at Wrestle Dream.
Mm-hmm.
So it can go either way, but I don't. My thing is, you'll always have time to run Darby versus Swerve. They're going to be there for a long time. Not saying it's not a worthy main event.
Oh, yeah.
But
it's great.
But yeah, Bryan Danielson versus Darby. I feel like we all need to see that at least once.
Yeah, what does that look like? What does Bryan Danielson do with the insane
somebody who's a sicker fuck than him? Yeah, who knows?
They're sick in different ways.
Yeah, I think Darby's body just allows him to go places that nobody else just can't. Others just cannot.
The way Bryan could bend him, though.
Well, yes, correct.
It will be
glorious,
insane,
beautiful pro wrestling violence.
I don't know, man. This is gonna be. I don't know where we go. We have a lot of things going on. Okay, because we have Darby challenging, but Bryan's in, but then Hangman's back. You know, drunken on a tirade, and we love to see it.
And happy belated birthday to that.
Yes, a Leo King.
Yes, his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to that king. It was also National Day of the Cowboy. Who knew yesterday?
What perfect synergy that he was born that day.
That man.
Also, happy birthday, Nicholas Jackson, our EVP.
Yes, nothing about my executive vice president.
They are my EVPs. I get mad at them, but also I love them.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. You know, we fuss and fight, but at the end of the day, I'm an elite girly till the end.
We had more matches on Rampage, which is surprising.
Really?
Yes, we did. They were all quick. We had Chris Statlander versus Layla Gray.
Oh,
looked beautiful, very quick. Though unfortunately, Chris picks up the win. Saturday Night Fever, and did what it needed to do. She's on a roll. Ahead of her match with Willow this Wednesday for. Is it an eliminator? It's an eliminator, or is it for the title? Okay. Then Lance Archer drags out his opponent. I didn't get his name. They said something about Alejandro. Hits him with a blackout for the win. Again, these were just quick, getting to the points matches. We get a backstage with Renee and Saraya. Saraya's calling herself an unproblematic icon, and it's disgusting.
Oh, she's doing that on purpose then.
Yeah. It's disgusting. She said, you know, she wants to go to Wembley. She's gonna prove to AEW that she should be there. She's gonna wrestle. She's gonna put her boots on and wrestle next week. But Harley did great.
Great for Harley. Amazing.
Love Stan Harley. The only thing worth watching in a Saraya promo. Yep.
Saraya says she's going to earn her way to win, but she's going to put her boots on. That feels like a threat, but okay.
I didn't ask. Why am I being punished?
Now I get in it. You see how they put me in stuff?
I don't want this.
I get in it. God. Wow. Okay.
And the main event was the Outrunners versus Vincent and Dutch versus Private Party versus Roosh and Kyle Fletcher.
Oh,
it was fun. It was quick. Yeah, it was fun. If we would have got more time, probably could.
Roosh and Kyle Fletcher as a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking up with your button down.
Yeah,
I like
kind
that.
of cute. It kind of worked.
I like that, y'all.
It was fun. It was fun. It was great. Like I said, we could have had more time, but we were rushed because we had that Royal Rampage. So very fun. I love the Outrunners.
Oh, they're hilarious. You
Love.
know, I realized they have a AEW episode that came out today, and I need to go watch it.
Yes, I will be watching
They're
it
on
after.
AEW. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna watch it. Yeah.
Shout out to RJ City.
Shout out to that king.
um, but Kyle gets the win for his team. Afterwards, Roosh brings his patented cable, and they beat down one of the Outrunners, which is nasty work, but they're the Don Callis family. And that was Rampage, guys. That was just Rampage.
That was Rampage, folks.
We got three more hours to talk about.
You know, but I feel like it all flew by.
It did. It was a really quick show.
Yeah, Collision and Battle of the Belts really flew by.
Honestly, we'll get into it a little later, but Battle of the Belts was really fun.
I think it was the best one they've ever done.
I think you're right. I agree. They sometimes kind of feel like meh or pointless. These had points, so we'll get into that. But let's go back to Collision. We are back in Arlington in our residency. I like it. I like the vibes of that place.
It feels like Daly's place with people.
Yes. Yes, I know what you mean.
In the best way possible, with better production and people.
Yeah, because Daly's place is so big. It's cool, but this is more like intimate. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I do like a good shot of Daly's place with the sun setting, though. You can't.
Yeah, it feels like they kind of like bottled the Daly's place feeling.
Yeah,
taking it with some better production.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Texas is embracing it, and good for them. Come back to California, Tony, though. But anyway, that's an aside. That's for me.
Hey, listen, I'm still waiting for more pay-per-views in the Southeast. So
listen, well, we'll give you money, Tony.
Please, literally, please.
Come on. We opened Collision. The match for me, Orange Cassidy versus Johnny TV. Thank you, Tony. Thank you for a match for me. My boys were fighting. I don't think you know how much I love Johnny TV. This is,
you know, I don't know how much you love him, but I've always had a great appreciation for the man. Since like he was Johnny Nitro, so I get it.
Listen, he's my favorite. Okay, my list of favorites. Johnny TV's on it. Ever since Tough Enough, and watched him the whole thing. Eminem, Johnny Nitro, John Hennig, all the names, all of them. Love him. I'm obsessed. And OC, of course. This was a match made for me. This was so fun.
Absolutely.
How did you feel about this? How did we like it?
This was fun. You know, listen, Johnny and Taya as an on-screen thing, they've grown on me. I've enjoyed it, and I think like they're perfect for Collision. Yeah.
I loved it. It was Johnny doing his little spins into the corner, and then Taya putting his sunglasses on. And then OC taking the sunglasses. This is not the first sunglasses trope we'll see tonight, though.
Yes, you're right.
Involving the TVs.
Yeah, it's not the only one.
Yeah. Puts his hands in his pockets. Johnny misses the moonsault. That moonsault would have been beautiful, though. Even though he missed it, it was beautiful. I love him so much. It was OC rolling, and then Taya pushing him back in for me. They're just so fun.
They are so fun.
Attacking him.
They've really nailed the chemistry. Like they really nailed it.
Yeah, I love them so much. Slams him to the outside. But OC picks up the win. Then we get Willow out to make the save. Love to see it. I love OC and Willow.
I love the whole conglomeration. Like this. Listen, I thought. You know what? What I love about them is I'm almost positive this was supposed to be like a one-off joke.
Probably.
And then it just it took on a life of its own, and now you have all of the most beloved baby faces in the company just conglomerating.
They're friends. They're not even unlikely animal friends. They're just friends. Like it makes sense. Okay, maybe Ishii's the unlikely animal friend, but like he's there. He's having a good time. You know, he's not showing it, but he's having a good time.
And they're conglomerating.
I love it. And I've never had to say conglomeration more in my life till this summer.
Absolutely. Look at Mark Briscoe doing a service for the American education system.
Truly. He's teaching us words every week.
He's teaching us words every single week. Us and Kyle O'Reilly. He's teaching us.
God.
The way that Kyle O'Reilly looks at him, I want somebody to look at me like that. He's just like,
Yeah.
you are the smartest person I know
Yeah.
in my entire life.
Yeah. Kyle loves him.
Kyle loves him. That is so real.
That's what I want. That is what I want.
Hello?
Very fun. We get the Bang Bang Gang backstage. Juice has some words for Mama Wayne. He's very upset she sprayed him last week, which you know, understandably.
Yes, but keep it cute.
They're gonna get the patriarchy. And they have called the esports arena the Collision Corral. This is their building now. Collision Corral is pretty cute. I want to see like a APA. I want to see a little like two-door sign like kind of
Collision
situation.
Corral from the Collision Cowboy, you know, hey, it fits, it works.
You know, I want to see them doing backstages with doors. Like people visiting them, or they have to enter. You know, like Lexi has to knock on the door before she gets it. Like I think we should go with it. I'm really mad that I like them now. It's so upsetting.
I'm talking about Bang Bang Gang?
Yes, it's upsetting.
Well, the thing is, I've always liked them, but then when Juice Robinson went down, I feel like the whole operation fell apart. But now that he's back,
we were lost.
But we're so back. Like it was so over, but now we're so back.
Yes.
So like my thing is like I've always liked the Bang Bang Gang, but my liking of them has always been very invested into whether or not Juice Robinson is there.
No, see, people can go back and watch. People know. Juice, no. I hated them all. I thought they were awful. First of all, also still a Jay White hater. It's just fun to make fun of Jay White. Okay, I said what I said. Everyone knows this. He's a very punchable face. I said what I said. If Shay's in the comments, I said what I said. Everyone knows this. But now I'm liking them. It's really hurting. It's really upsetting.
Hey, come on over. Come on over. Step into.
I don't like what these idiots have done. Okay, big old idiots. But Juice still looks like the honeycomb monster. So,
well, yes.
We get Claudio Wheeler versus Brian Cage and Lee Moriarty, and that's an unlikely Animal Friend tag team, versus Top Flight. A lot was happening last night. A lot of stories. A lot of
they were just doing shit. Just doing
sure. Like,
and you know what? I lived for it. I had a good time.
It was a good time. The infantry was watching, keeping their eyes. Tag teams this weekend. We're getting our tags and our 6-mans back, and as we should, because we were lost for a while.
It was so over.
It was bad. It was real bad for him in that tag division, which is what AEW is built on.
That's a whole nother conversation, but you know, hey, like,
anyways, this is not the time. This is not the time.
This is not the time.
We are slowly building our tag teams back up, okay?
Very slowly.
But you know, we get all our little feuds in. We get Claudio and Brian Cage just still got beef. They mentioned Top Flight taking Claudio's money in that whatever that Rumble is. Remember, you know that Rumble we have at the holidays? The
yes
one? So they're bringing that back. They're bringing that full circle. They're like, hey.
The
they're like, hey.
Dash, yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, they have beef from this time. And I'm like, okay, I see you making everything work and reminding us what happened. You know, but yes, Top Flight were just there. They were just like, we're here to wrestle.
Well, yes,
of course, the babies. But yeah, I liked it. I think this was fun. I still don't understand where Brian Cage came from. Like, he just came back and was here, and now he's fighting with Claudio. I don't know. Sure. And I don't understand him tagging with Lee, because doesn't he have friends in Gates of Agony? Where are they at?
I'm assuming that they wanted to do like the Wheeler Lee rematch from the night
Yeah,
before, but it was one of those things. I guess we're just going with it.
sure.
And
Brian is
hey, I'm also one of those things. I guess like I think that random tag matches aren't the worst thing in the world if you can do
no,
something with it afterwards. You know?
no. This felt cohesive. Like it made sense. Like on paper, it's like, why would Brian want to hang out with Lee? It's like, oh, he has beef with Claudio. Okay, it
Yeah.
all made sense. Top Flight is just like, we're here to wrestle in our tag team match because
Mhm.
we're a tag team. Hello, like, this
And
is what we
it's been
do.
a while, I think, since Claudio and Yuta have gotten to really team up because of the injury.
Hmm.
Yeah.
They looked so happy to be back though with
I
the little dance.
know.
I love it. Claudio and his son are back. He's so happy. I think I'm back in on Wheeler. I was over it. I thought he was a little shit. He bugged me.
I'm back in on Willa too
I think I'm
especially
back.
after Before Dishonor. That match moved
Absolutely.
me.
Woo. It was a great time. Yeah, I think I'm back in. He bugged me. I was over it. I may have called him Willie useless for a minute, but I think we're back in. We are back in.
This is such it was so over, but now we're so back.
This is
Like it was over,
this.
but now we're so back.
You know what we should we should change the name. Cass, can we change the name to We're So Back?
We're so back.
Speaking of conglomeration, we got the cutest backstage. The cutest. Okay. We got Mark, we got Ishii, we got Kyle, and then Willow comes with OC and she hypes him up and she's like, "You see what OC did? And I'm gonna win, and then you guys are gonna win," and it's all cute, right? And then Mark says, "Hold my baby" to Kyle and hands him his title belt and presents us with the newest member of the conglomeration,
And
Baby
then Kyle starts
J.
treating the belt like a
I can't with that man.
I would also like to say, Mark Briscoe, listen, Baby J is going to be a wrestler because Mark Briscoe was literally yelling, and that baby did not flinch. Didn't
Nothing.
like I said, oh, this is a real worker. This is a real professional.
Yes, he's looked right into camera. He knows where the camera is. He's ready. He didn't flinch. He's like, this is just my dad. I'm
I
used to
said, this is
this.
a real professional.
Uh-huh.
I said,
I love
wow,
it.
this baby is going places.
Truly.
This baby is going places.
In
I
about 18 years.
listen, hey, these days in wrestling, you don't really need a full 18. Like
Yeah.
literally in about 12, that baby's going to be wrestling on that chicken farm.
Listen, I want to see well, in 18 when he's on AEW.
Oh yeah,
I need to see baby Jay Briscoe versus -1.
-1. Put Penta daughters in there.
Yes.
Um,
Ooh,
all-
yes.
so many kids. Like I will say, like that next generation of AEW is actually going to be very well. Not next generation. It's probably like 2 generations of
You know, we
AEW,
got
but like it's going to be very interesting. I'm really excited to see like all these kids that we've seen grow up.
and
Just
how many of the Briscoe kids are going to be wrestlers? Because he's got a lot of them. Jay had 4.
J and Mark, like
Yeah, they have a ton of kids.
it makes you think because it's so many people running around. We got Von Erichs running around. We got all these kids. We got little Dynamite kid running around. There's so many kids running around now.
Yes.
In the
Who
best way
knows?
though.
Who knows if Baby Mox Nora is going to wrestle? Who knows?
Oh no, she's coming. I saw that whirling candy. I saw that whirling candy. She hit on her daddy. She's
She
coming.
did. She's
She's
She
coming.
doesn't know it yet. Yeah.
It's going to be so nasty for y'all. I just it's
Listen,
when
I know.
baby Mox or Renee, it's really nasty for y'all. It's going to get really nasty.
Okay, say what you want about Sammy, but
Oh yeah,
Sammy
that baby's going to be like that 100%.
she's gonna be insane. Little Luna is gonna be throwing her little body off, and I can't wait because
Oh for sure.
both of her parents, however you feel, will take a bump. Will take a risk.
100%.
Like she's
These kids are not playing, y'all.
wait, like I need like a no DQ badge. Baby Mox versus baby Guevara Conti. Like
Mhm.
that's it.
Absolutely.
That's what we're gonna get.
Y'all think like these kids are not playing. They're gonna be like they're gonna be superstars. You got to think AEW really had Sting's son in his 20s saying, you know what, I want to do it.
Yeah.
Now he's sleeping on Darby's roof. Congratulations. Like the 100%, they're building an army.
Yeah. Ruby and Cool Hand, their baby's coming. There's so many
And
babies.
it's like, and those are just the kids that you do see. Like, there's so many people who have kids that you don't see, and you don't even know if they like wrestling, but they're just going to pop out one day on their 18th birthday with an AEW contract, and it's going to be like,
Truly.
whoa.
Yeah, we're gonna have just like Nick Wayne's and Billy Starks. They're gonna just be killing it before they can drink.
Absolutely.
Rock
stars.
Babies, yeah, love it. But shout out to Baby J, so cute.
So cute. So cute. That was amazing.
He's gonna be just like his dad and uncle.
Oh, that's like literally, it's already starting. I said, "Oh my god, this is amazing."
Didn't care. And then the backstage promo, the online one after the pay-per-view, he didn't care either. He was just like chilling. He was like, okay, yeah, this is where I belong. This is of course.
Yeah, like literally your default setting is seeing your dad covered in blood. Like that's just kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's kind of cool. Like I know like some people are like, that's sick. Like that's so cool, bro.
Look how the Foley kids turned out good. Look at them.
Listen, guys, come on.
Fine.
Live a little.
They're fine.
Little.
Let's get back to Collision. Beast Morthos versus Hologram. Lucha
I wish I had a
experience.
button where I can like make sounds.
I know we need buttons on here.
Because this right here, real music, brother. This is a certified hood classic.
Whew. You got to watch it again though to see everything.
Y'all got to strap Beast Mortos up by the end of the year. I don't know. Put that TNT belt on them. This is crazy.
I would like to
get away with this. Somebody tweeted. I think it was Amy tweeted. Should put Kill Switch and Beast Mortos in a tag team.
When Kill Switch finally breaks free of his abusive father, I like it. I like this mess party. I like it.
Yeah, this Beast Mortos man, he can't keep getting away with this. And Hologram is a cheat code.
Hologram? What? It came out of nowhere.
I see why.
Portal.
I see why Conan be tweeting just mad as hell all day long. I get it. Listen, I get it. I'd be mad too.
And whose fault is that, Conan?
Sounds very unfortunate.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Sounds unfortunate. I hear the rumors of where people thought Hologram was Ricky Starks or Ricochet. I think that first night people were wondering if it was going to be Ricochet, just because like they didn't really share. But I didn't hear nothing about no Ricky Starks.
Not Ricky, no.
Yeah, I've never heard that. Yeah,
no. Free Ricky. We have an agenda here to free Ricky, and he needs to be free.
Oh, you mean like free from AEW?
Free, yes. Listen,
correct. Free Ricky, absolutely.
It's time to free. There's 100. Free Ricky in like a sense of let him fly, and then there's free Bowens in the sense of take
free
him
from Max Caster.
Yes.
Well, yes, I agree. Free.
Those are the agendas. Woo! These are the two frees. Yes, the agendas we have over here.
Yes, I'm on. Yes, correct.
We'll always hashtag free Bowens.
What?
What? Is this breaking news?
Holy shit! Is this rap? Oh, Michael Oku, I love this for you, my brother. I'm not an MJF fan at all, but this is huge for Michael Oku. I'm a huge Michael Oku fan, obviously. Oh, this is big.
I'm also just more surprised MJF is wrestling.
Also, my thing is not MJF getting all these international bookings with the international title before anybody else.
After he renamed it.
That's crazy. Now he's doing Arena Mexico and he's doing Your Call.
thought it's still
Mac
the
12
ugliest
Bacon
belt I've ever
Creed,
seen.
and I'm not a fan, but I do respect you wrestling for once. Like, and actually going to these partners. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, look at him.
Look at
He's
him.
doing his job. You're
Belt,
doing your job, Maxwell.
you know, it's rare, but this belt is ugly as fuck. It is.
God, I hate that belt.
That's the ugliest belt I've ever seen. Somebody was like, "You think the U.S. spinner belt was better than this?" Yes.
Yes.
You think the 24/7 title was better than this? Well, yes. This is the ugliest belt I've ever seen in my life, and I mean that.
Disgusting. Disgusting. I
Disgusting.
cannot even think of a different belt, another belt that I hated this much.
I can't.
I cannot. And I know I've been like, oh, I don't like this belt, but this one, I hate it.
Like, when
Stop letting Max design titles.
It's so no, like this one is so ugly that I know for a fact that it was made ugly on purpose. Like when I saw
It had to be.
Like, no, I was like, oh, because especially once he dropped like the flag afterwards with his face as the stars, I said, okay, he's doing this on purpose. It has to be. Because there's no way that you went into like the shop and you said, nah, this is fire. Give me all that. Like, I need that. Them stars and stripes like that.
Also, like MJF does not read that patriotic to me. So
he's amping it up. Like, you know,
absolutely.
He's definitely amping it up. Like, I think somebody made the really stout observation. I think it was Charlie, of just talking about how they need to, like, how do I say it, make him as unlikable as possible before Wembley.
Absolutely.
Last year, it was insane. He 100% was top 3 most popular tonight, if not number 1. And they started singing his theme music, and it didn't have words. I was there. Like, so I get it. I don't think that they had to go full Team USA to do it. I think that there was other ways to get this accomplished, especially up against a guy like Ospreay. But
he already beat down Daniel Garcia. He was already getting booed. He was already beat Will Ospreay.
But I think also too, you got to think, when you go in front of crowds like that, especially like in the UK, they don't get to see AEW. So like they're going to like pop for shit. Like it just, they're like, you know, even if you did, you got to think last year, Swerve had just destroyed Darby. Like, I mean, just almost killed Darby and all them. And then Swerve got the 3rd biggest pop of the night, I would say, behind Sting and MJF. So the UK done already showed y'all.
The UK is a wild place. They're wild.
It's the wild, wild west.
They're wild. Oh, hey, Casey. Casey's here. But yes, Beast Morthos and Hologram was wild. Wild. And Hologram picks up the win with that crucifix quickly, out of nowhere.
That was beautiful.
Whew.
My only critique is that All Elite Wrestling, you now have the best lucha roster on this side of the Mexican border. I don't want to just see exhibition matches anymore. I want to see these people involved in like some real substantial stories. Time to win some gold. Like, you got to think, just this weekend, you made the impossible happen. Death Triangle versus Mystico, you know, in CMLL in Arena Mexico, of just like, lucha is going to get you over the edge, like take you to the line. Like it's like, especially if, you know, what we're hearing about this Dallas Stadium show next year is true, you know, lucha.
Guess I gotta go to Dallas. Guess I'm going to Texas next year, guys.
Well, yes, correct. I will be in Dallas.
We'll all go hang out with Mika next year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so like, that's my only critique, and it's not really a critique, because I mean, we've seen things like, it seems like they're going in like a pretty decent direction, but this lucha roster is insane. They can't just be here just to make everybody else look good. Like, they gotta win some gold. And Beast Mortos especially, he's not just a flippy guy. Like, he's strong, like built like a tree trunk.
He's a beast.
Like, I need him versus Brody King tomorrow.
Hook it to my veins. And Hologram, second week, the way people were chanting for him.
Hologram's second week out here just going crazy.
Yeah. And the
Like,
people love him, and the internet is like loving him.
what I will say is I think that AEW has done a good job of like really scouting and picking up some people that I feel like weren't really on the major radar. Hologram is one of those people. You know, Mariah May is one of those people. We'll talk about another one of those people that I think that they need to be picking up soon as we get further into this show, but they got to keep leaning into that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Picking up names is good. But yeah, this is what they're this is we're going back to our roots of like who's someone just on the cusp of being amazing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
who's almost there. Um and we sorry, there's loud noises. Our next match, Thunder Rosa versus Maya World.
Exactly.
I felt like I knew where you were going
Yes,
with
and
that
that's
one.
exactly why I think could be the next. Sign my world. I'm not playing with y'all. She's next up. She's the next one. I knew she was special. Well, I knew she was special when she did that squash match with Athena, and it was at the towards the beginning of her reign. But I really knew that Maya was like that during WrestleMania weekend. If anybody remembers the Spark Joshi show that they had, and it was the first time that they included Stardom talent and stuff like that. And when they did that show, they did tryouts like the day before, and they were like, they were basically saying that whoever gets picked by like the Joshi Goats, they will move on to be their partners for the next for the actual big show. And guess what? Maya was picked as one of those girls. She's like that, and so I think that she needs to be the next Billy Starks, Nick Wayne type passion project. Build her up, send her off to the international partners, all that. She's that girl.
Yeah. I haven't seen much of her, but I see people tweeting about her and everything. So I was like, okay. I've seen a few, like you said, I've seen it. I was like, okay, I see you. I see you, girl. Like the crowd, obviously. Inuit, Texas. She's a native. I was like,
Yep, she's an Athena disciple.
They did mention that. So like, which if we put her on Ring of Honor, you know, get her used comfortable on camera, put her again with Athena. Thunder Rosa, that's my girl forever.
You want to know what's crazy? I was not the biggest Thunder Rosa fan before she came back. Obviously, I had seen like sparks of brilliance here and there, but like I don't think I was really sold on her until she came back, and like I have really been impressed with her this run. Like it feels like she knows where she fits in this current iteration of the women's division. Like even when I remember when she wrestled Toni Storm, of just like she's the person that when she is in there with the girls, like know that y'all not gonna get no little cute match. Like no, you're here to fight. Put them boots on.
Yes,
we're here to work. We're here to fight. She brings that fire out the girls, and I've really appreciated and enjoyed Thunder Rosa since she came back.
Yeah, I think it was a little rocky when she came back. It was like where does she fit? How is her body? And now she's clicked, and that match with Toni was amazing. Deanna, I love this feud with her, and like she had that backstage last week when she was like, I keep losing. I'm losing a part of myself. She has to go into this deep, dark part of her she hasn't been to in a minute. She has to get that edge back, and she feels like she's there. She's back. This is the whole thing. She's back. Like I loved it. And she's brunette again. I love the blonde era, it was cute, but I think the brunette era just means she's gonna kill some people.
Oh yeah, she's not playing, you guys. She's not fucking around. And so like I said this on Twitter, but her and Deanna have low-key been locked into a best of 7 series because they've had quite a few matches, which is really cool.
I'm into it.
I'm into it. I'm still into it. I think that you can say whatever you want about AEW, but they have been able to tell some very good long-term stories with this women's division. You have at least 4. Like you have obviously Mariah, you have Mercedes and Britt, you have Mariah and Tony, you have Willow and Chris, and you have Deanna and Thunder Rosa, and they've been doing a good job of that. And I think now adding Taya Valkyrie in the mix, for Deanna, they go way back. Interested to see, how they even up the odds on Thunder Rosa's side.
Yeah.
But,
oh well, Casey has some hot takes. Casey says that Thunder's not doing it.
Can't say I agree, but
and Joseph, Joseph says Maya's good. Yeah. Casey, I don't know. She's okay. She's still on our milk carton, and I hope she's well.
Yeah, I think she's been going through some personal matters. I think last time they were saying so.
Yeah. Eddie says a London death match at All In. I'll allow it. I don't know where we put it, but I'll allow it. I want it. Let's see. Yes. But yeah, that's what's going on. And I get it. I think Thunder Rosa is very polarizing in the way you either love her or you hate her. So I understand why Joseph's kind of like, meh.
She's not for everybody. She's an acquired taste, but I've acquired her.
Yeah. Because that's where usually me and Mika, she's like, eh. And I am a Thunder Rosa stan forever. That is my girl. Every time I've interacted with her, she's been amazing. So I love her forever. Her son's amazing. Her whole family's amazing.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa is for the girls. She definitely she puts on for women's wrestling.
So, say what you want, but like a lot of girls in AEW came through Mission Pro. Lance Archer was backstage beating people up ahead of this match with Ospreay. You can have this. I don't. Lance Archer does nothing for me.
Nope. Listen, Lance Archer moves me so deeply. I love him. I love Lance Archer. And the thing is, I love Lance Archer because I know for a fact, like, he's good on American TV. Like, he's good. But in Japan, he's a god.
He should go back there then because he doesn't do anything for me here in America.
He's just not booked consistently enough. I think, like,
him and his braids and his tramp stamp do nothing for me. I said what I said.
Okay.
We can agree to disagree. I love that you love him. He does nothing for me.
That's okay.
For me. If people love him, cool.
That's
real. Is he probably going to have a good match with Ospreay? Yeah, because it's their 4th time wrestling.
This is real.
Please. Lyrics will put you a timeout.
It's okay.
Also, I'll take that.
Correct. Yes.
Yes. I will. Yes. Give me what I want, Tony. We had the Conglomeration versus Premier Athletes. I love to see Premier Athletes on my TV.
They're very funny.
So ridiculous. Mark says as their lawyer, he has advised them to apologize for the things that they said last week to the Arlington crowd. Arya says he's sorry that they're fat and continues to call them fat and degrade them. He's also sorry that he's going to beat the Conglomeration. Of course I don't apologize.
Well, one thing lawyers know how to do is lie. So,
and you know what? Mark is the best at that.
Correct. Well, yes.
This is a fun match. Like I said, I like to see Premier Athletes. They do what they need to do. They just need to be just shitty little heels. I think it's fun. Conglomeration's fun. Where did we get this name from? Is it just commentary just popped up one day?
I think Mark Briscoe came up with it.
Seems like a Mark Briscoe idea.
Yeah, I think he came up with it. I think he said it one time. I think it was his word of the day one time. The word of the day was
Mm.
conglomeration, and it just stuck.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if that was meant to happen. He was just like,
I
"Hey,"
don't. I genuinely don't
Tony
think.
went, "That would."
I genuinely don't think it was on purpose. I think it just spiraled off, and it was just, and it works, man.
Yeah, Tony was backstage like, "There it is." Uh, Josh Woods deserves so much better than how he's being presented. Sure. Smart work, yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's what
correct.
smart work does.
That's it.
Yep. Um, more Lance Archer. He beats this man down. He brings him out, drags him out. We didn't even catch this poor man's name.
That Texan King.
R.I.P. to that man. We hardly knew you.
I love Lance Archer, man.
Sure.
I go back and I rewatch that the Texas death match that he had with Hangman. I go back and I rewatch that pretty frequently.
Do you? Oh, okay. I might
Yeah,
just pop it on. I'll go
it's
back and watch it.
it's my third favorite Hangman death match,
Mm.
behind obviously Swerve and Mox.
That is a good one.
Yeah,
That is a good one. Okay. I am so ready to talk about this. MXN Collection versus FTR. Yes! Obsessed. Just the obsessed.
let's do it. Let's get into it.
Uh, I love them.
This
The
is for the bad
entrance.
bitches. You won't get it.
Tell Lo we need a bad bitches for MXN Collection,
I I'm
please.
almost. I feel like she's already on it. I don't know. Like I feel like she's already on it. We need it.
I need it. It's, I'm obsessed with them. This match was so good. It got time. This is the one time I'm really appreciative of FTR taking control of things and taking all the time because fun,
I'm a
great.
real FTR hater, but I do acknowledge that Collision needed them back bad. And I also acknowledge that they have been very like they for Collision, they are the gatekeepers. I think like they've been very consistent, and especially like 2023. I don't know what they was doing in ring because they was really like fucking up my vibes. But 2024, they've been pretty solid in ring. I think that for they needed to be the introduction opponents for MXM, and I think this was a great showcase. Um, and yeah, this gives me hope that the tag division isn't dead forever. Like, but
Yeah.
I think like more than anything, we need new teams bad. Like we just need new teams. Grab a friend, pair up, do what you got to do.
Yeah. There's lots of people. Also, like again, Butcher and Blade, where are they at? We seen Blade. Is Butcher okay? Okay. If not, he could tag with Kip. Kip's still friends. Like, are we gonna forget that? There's a tag team right there. Okay. What are we doing? Infantry's right there.
Get in the
Top
booth.
flight. Just
Yeah.
saying. But yes, MXM. I think they're adding something fresh. I I'm in a lull with FTR right now. I have loved them. Well, first of all, I was not a big fan, like, you know, revival times. Then we come over here and I was like, then I picked up. Now I was fully in. Now I'm like, guys, I need a break from you. Um, but I do
I
understand.
Yeah, I too have gone through. I've loved them, then I've hated them, then I've been indifferent to them, then it's just. But I do think that it's just going to be interesting. Just I don't know where we're going for Wembley. Like I don't want Bucks versus Acclaimed, but I know I don't want Bucks versus FTR again. And so it's
Not
just
again.
like I just want something new, something fresh,
Exactly.
just something
A-
new.
And I don't mean a triple threat. I don't mean a triple threat with those three tag teams.
I feel like
No.
it's going to be I feel like it's going to be a multi-team match.
Probably. Put the
Which
infantry in.
isn't a bad thing because I feel like it could be a lot of fun, but I don't is we need some new teams in the mix. Like if this is how we get Private Party on the card, fine. This
Sure.
is how we get
What
Top Flight on the card,
and
fine.
what are we doing with Private Party? I've been saying this. First of all, Quinn came back, and then Zay was again just solo while Quinn was fine, and now Quinn's back. But what are we doing with them? Um, like what are we doing? I got
Especially
questions.
when that match that they had with the Lucha Brothers on Rampage the other week was really good.
What we have all these teams, and yes, FTR versus Bucks is good. It's fine. We know what it is. I've seen it. I've seen it.
4 times.
They're great, cool. I just need them to take a break from each other. They're like so obsessed with each other. You just need to just unhook
And I
from
think
each other.
also too, there's no heat there anymore. Like it's
No.
one thing I think like with the Hangman Swerve stuff, they've already wrestled each other kind of like well, if you count the triple threat with Samoa Joe, they've wrestled each other 4 times, and like I feel like everybody wants to see it at least 4 more. But it's still hot.
Yeah.
It still has heat.
Yeah.
TR and Bucks, like there's no juice here.
Yeah.
No drama.
No. Hangman Swerve has like history, deep history.
Yes.
Like we said, Deanna and Thunder. I'm not sick of it. You know? Even running back this week, we had Sheeta and Britt. I was like, cool. I like seeing them wrestle again, you know?
Yeah.
FTR and Bucks, I want you to stay away from each other. You guys go in your separate corners. Stop. Leave them
Yeah.
alone. Yeah.
But MXM
Rough. But
collection,
MX
yeah, I think they're going to go really far. And I
yeah.
think that it's very clear that I just think that they are so much better suited for because I remember watching them. That was like right before I stopped watching WWE television.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember their run with like Maximum Male Models. And I was just like, these guys have potential. Like these guys have potential. And then I remember when they got released and like they started releasing like videos about some of the ideas that they had that didn't get cleared. I was like, hold on, like they're super creative. And I think like
Yeah.
a more freeform environment, especially like if they stay on like Ring of Honor and like Collision, I think that they're going to be really, really good. Like I think that they're going to be really good. I think that they're really creative. And I will be honest, I have a hot take. I think that out of their entire release class of talents who are released from WWE around the same time, which included Nick Nemeth, Mustafa Ali, all those folks. I think that they have been the best out of all of them. And I think that and keep in mind, I say this as a New Japan fan who saw some of these people actually come through New Japan, win titles and stuff like that. Like, I've been more impressed by these two than just about everybody else. Like, they've really, it's some people I feel like who can't snap out of that style long enough to really wrestle somewhere else. They just been fluid. They go everywhere. They'll show up in like overseas. They'll show up in Uganda.
Yeah.
Like they seem like guys who genuinely want to be successful by any means necessary, and they're going to go to all the places. Like they feel like for the hardcore fans, like like they have a really gimmicky gimmick, but they're hardcore, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're for grabs.
Yeah, that's like I was gonna say something very similar to
Yeah.
Jason. But like they took this, that was a joke. Vince did this as a joke because he's Vince McMahon. And they said, okay, we're gonna make this silly little thing work.
Gotta love it.
And they have. And it's ridiculous. And the acronyms, the promos, the like yes. They're like coming into frame and like covering Lexi. Like I am obsessed.
You can
It's
tell
so
like
thought out.
I love when you can tell that people really pay attention to the details with their work. Because it just shows the passion. And so like I love that about them and I'm excited.
Yeah, I love it. I think they're great. I think the crowd is taking to them because this is something that could be like, oh, it's stupid. Like most people wouldn't like it or wouldn't gravitate to it, but they're like, this is just enough silly that I like it because you can back it up in the ring.
Absolutely.
And yeah, and it was perfect to have them debut on Ring of Honor Friday and then put them on TV on Collision the next day.
Especially in this residency.
Mm-hmm. This is great. They touched tips at the end, though. They may have lost, but touching tips out of respect. we should figure out. Wait, which way am I going? Oh, we could go in. You go in.
Wait,
which one? The other way. Yeah. Oh. We did it. Speaking of the Acclaimed, we get a backstage promo from After Blood and Guts.
Free Anthony Bowens.
Free Bowens. Because his promo.
That's all I have to say about that.
Free Bowens.
Free Anthony Bowens.
They call out FTR because they weren't in Blood and Guts after Love and all this. Sure. I guess, whatever. I don't know. But Bowens did amazing in that Blood and Guts. Free Bowens.
Free Bowens. Anthony Bowens feels like Anthony Bowens. I'm not sure if like he's trying to like inadvertently get freed, but like these last couple weeks, he's been showing out so bad, like on the mic, even in Blood and Guts. Like he's special.
Yeah, he killed it. He with that table spot. He went a star. Free him. Even if they put him with Daddy Ass, I don't mind that.
I just think that at this point you're actively holding him back.
Mm-hmm.
And I think also you can put him with a different partner, and I think like he still slaps.
Put him with Daddy Ass. I have no issue with Bowens and Daddy Ass being free from Max. They get. I will say,
I don't think that the thing is though, if you get him out of the Acclaim, like you're just gonna have to like put him in something completely new. Like I don't think that you can take him. I don't think you can keep him with Daddy Ass after that. I think you just got to dissolve.
I think a transition period where they, you know what I mean, and then he could fly. The context behind hashtag Free Bowens is we want him free from Max Caster. We want him to be a solo star on his own. He's being held back by that man, and that's it. And our main event, Pac, Lio Rush. Woo.
Listen, I'm a big Lio Rush fan, and it's just really cool to see him get a second chance in AEW. Seeing him up against Pac, like, and also Pac, I want you, and I don't. What are we going to do with you for Wembley? That's my thing. Of just he has to be in there in a big way. You know,
what do we do with him? He's kind of just floating and having good matches right now.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Are we with Death Triangle? Excuse me. Are we solo? Where do we go?
Well, clearly he has a title match for the United States Championship at some point. Who knows when it's going to be? Maybe he gets added to the Pac to the Ospreay MJF match. Who knows?
Personally, if we're doing a triple threat, I'd rather Ospreay, Garcia, MJF.
Makes sense, yeah.
You know, if Pac's in there, sure, but I don't want Pac in there taking a pin. If we're gonna throw it, you know what I mean? Because that feels like where we just
correct, absolutely.
And I am not the biggest Pac fan, but that's disrespectful.
I am. I love that angry little man.
He's so angry.
He's always angry and wet. And he's drenched.
He always just comes straight out the shower.
Straight out the shower, ready to work.
Always in gear. Always in gear. Like, even, I just think back, like, the first press conference, that man is still in gear.
Correct.
He's ready.
He said, I'm all elite, bitch. Now, where's my first match? I'm ready to work today. I'm ready to work today.
See, that's why I'm saying, if it's a 4-way, Pac's taking the pin.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all better pin Max after all this pro-American stuff.
Absolutely.
He better be the one who take the pin.
Garcia?
He will be okay.
if Daniel Garcia pins Max.
Yes, we're in the rematch.
I don't think Osprey really needs it. I think Osprey could be beyond this title at this point.
Somebody British needs to walk out with that title.
Okay. Yes.
Maybe Daniel Garcia. It could get away with it. I just know who can.
Yeah, we know who can't. Oh God, I just had this disgusting image of MJF at Wembley in full American garb, and I'm mad already. Ugh. Got really upset.
Don't even stretch yourself out like that. It's gonna get so nasty.
That's so gross. Oh, ooh. It's gonna be way too early for that over here. But yes, that match was crazy. The German that pocketed off of the side. Oh, just and the pointed toes. I love a good German. You know, when it's executed, so good. They work so well. Run this back. And this was like short and to the point. It was crammed in. We had it. We went in. It was great. The crowd was hot all night. What a great crowd.
They sure were. That's why I was saying if AEW can bottle this feeling and multiply it for that stadium show, it's gonna be special. Texas is a winner, man.
Good for Texas. DG versus Max, likely at Full Gear.
If he resigns.
Seems far away. I don't want to think about that. I just thought about that, Joseph, and I don't like that. I don't know why. This was great. Yes, good transitional match into Battle of the Belts. Because right after this, we got a cute little recap of everything that happened this week, including Comic-Con with Mercedes and Britt. Tony putting his big boy pants on and making the match official. He still doesn't know how mics work, that you don't have to yell into them, but that's fine,
he was
Tony.
Just screaming. It was so fun. Like, that entire video was hilarious. Like, everything about that video was hilarious. Swerve being messy and drinking the coffee. Then you have Tony Storm. She thinks somebody's about to attack her. Will Ospreay is so tired. Like, the way he had his head in his hands, like, bro. Like,
and Orange is like, I gotta separate him. Yeah, like, but he was like, I gotta separate. But the way Tony flew at Mercedes, like he's gonna do something to hold her back. Tony, you're fragile.
Neil is so confused. Like, that video was so funny. I will say, it looks like AEW really knocked it out of the park this year with Comic-Con. It looks like they got like a lot. They really, everything looks so much fun.
Yes. Tag yourself.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of how they did that. That was really cool.
It
looked like they had a huge crowd in their panel room too. So,
yeah, good for them. They did a lot. They had they did that thing with Adult Swim. They were all over. So
that's what I need them to keep. What I said that AEW feels camp again. You know. And that's what you need to strive for, not mainstream, camp, weird bitches. That's it. That's the demographic.
Hello, we are right here.
Bitches. Yeah,
weird bitches have money. That's the get
weird
low on the line.
Will spend their entire paycheck on action figures and trips. Okay,
get low on the line. I need weird bitches for AEW.
Correct. Weird bitches and for AEW. Okay. Like, this is for the Tumblr generation. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now. This is who they were catering to this week. With the art, it feels very camp. Let's bring back camp.
It was so good. What a fun week. But
from blood and guts to everything, like camp. Tony and Mariah camp.
Speaking of Tony.
Yes, let's get into it.
Let's get into Battle of the Belts. Okay, we've been here a long time, but we had 4 hours to cover, guys. Thanks for hanging out. All 439 of you, which is a record for this show. So, hey, thanks for everybody viewing. We get Toni Storm versus Tyra Valkyrie in a callback to last summer's Battle of the Belts that we all did not get to see. We got to see this match.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. The whole match just disappeared.
Remember?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I forgot that happened. You're so right.
Mm-hmm. I
Never
thought
got
about
to
this.
see the match.
Yeah, and what a great match this was. A
I
battle
think
of Hollywoods.
I think this is Taya's best match in AEW.
I think so too. This was great.
This is the
And,
best she's looked specifically on the AEW brand. Like,
mm-hmm.
and Tony looked great. The all white and the wet bob, she looked crazy.
Yes, I love it. She's unhinged.
She's so unhinged. Like these blonde unhinged characters, I love it.
Love it.
These unhinged characters in AEW right now. So many people are going through an identity crisis right now.
They're not okay. They're not. We say this every week. Like we know they have therapists backstage, but they don't have enough backstage.
Oh, absolutely not. Because then you got like some people who know that they're Hangman drinking and drowning his demons. Meanwhile, Swerve trying to pretend that he don't got them. He'd be like, "Why is everybody so mad at me?
So
That's
weird,
so
guys.
It's
I
so
was just
weird, guys. Why is everybody so mad?
guys, I'm the leader of this team, right?
It's
And they're
so
like, no, we hate
we
you.
still hate you. Do you remember when you left me bloody? And that he's like, I don't recall that. I don't remember
that wasn't
that.
me.
What
That
do you
wasn't
mean?
me.
That's so crazy. Everybody is delusional.
I love
Everybody,
that they put that though. That they were like, we still hate you. You
we
were an
hate
awful
you.
person.
Like you're awful. Do you not remember that stuff that you were saying?
He said, no, that wasn't me.
He's like, but I'm world champion now, guys. It's all good. We're fine.
Look,
We're so back, guys. It was so over, but we're so back.
Oh, that we can just brush that to the side.
Everybody has lost it. Like everybody has lost it. Tony said you were a better me than me. He's like, all he does is like when Nana dance in the background. Oh well.
It's true. Love Nana. Yeah, that match was amazing. And then, see, this is why I said earlier, sunglasses from the TVs. Okay, Taya threw those sunglasses on her. Tony looked confused, like, what is this modern device? Like, what are these?
And then she puts them on and wrestles in sunglasses for like 3 minutes. It's fantastic.
I was like, wow, these are really staying on. Like,
she's so
through
real.
the outside. I love her. She was getting beat up on the outside in the sunglasses still. But I don't know if I would want to face this Tony if I was Taya.
No.
Mm-mm.
This lady's crazy. Like she was always a little unhinged, but now she said you should have cut my head off.
Hello?
She said y'all should have cut my head off.
Yeah.
This is the most consistent promo in American wrestling.
It was amazing. She said, Mariah, you were great. Sometimes you were better than me at points. You know, but like you said, you made a mistake. She let her live.
This is Mariah did the fuck around part, and now we are reaching and find out, you know?
This is the real main event of All In. Let's just be real.
Clock that T. Catch it.
I don't care. Wherever you put this on the card, this is the main event.
I think it probably goes second to last, though.
I hope so.
10, it goes second to last. Or, you know what, 9 times out of 10, I also think they might give it double head main event heading, which it deserves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think this is the most time and investment that we all have. And it's again, one of those things we're not sick of. And we kind of knew, like, she's going to turn on her. But
especially what y'all told us that
they've done this.
Y'all done already told us we're not getting Hangman versus Swerve, so it's just like, what's the next biggest blood feud in the company? I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
like legit.
I don't know if we could handle. I don't know if we could handle Swerve and Hangman and Tony and Mariah back to back, though. I think that
I don't think so. Yeah, I agree. No, I agree. And the more I think about it, I'm just like, y'all, these are the two best built blood feuds out here. And I think, like, you know, you got to do, I think Tony and Mariah, it has to be near the top of the card.
Yeah.
Joseph. No. No.
Joseph, why would you want him to kill that man?
I love Jeff Jarrett, but absolutely not. I think it's going to be Hangman versus Okada.
I'm fine with that as well.
It's gonna be, listen, y'all. Hangman is going to go crazy, but also too like Hangman. This might be a match of the year candidate. Just
It,
be
it
warned.
has to be for Okada's title, right? Because Okada's just using that as an accessory at this point.
No, he has to.
Has to. Like, you have to defend his title, Okada.
But the thing is, if Hangman beats Okada for the Continental Championship, imagine if Hangman goes into the Continental Classic as the defending champion, and then, oh my gosh, what if they did the Continental Classic earlier, and they should have the finals at Full Gear? Imagine if it was Swerve versus Hangman in the final. That would be music. This is actually not the first Okada versus Hangman match. The first Okada Hangman match took place in the G1 Climax when Hangman was in New Japan. Now, he wasn't the Hangman that we see today. Like, obviously the potential was there, but at that point he was just like a low-level member of Bullet Club.
Yeah, he was just there trying.
So, but yes, I will 100% be rewatching that match and against this, but this is their first time wrestling now that Hangman is also a top guy.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think about that. Like,
crazy.
That Hangman was just kind of there.
Tanahashi, Okada, like he was really, and he was just on the cusp. But now he's the man.
He's a man.
He needs the man. He's the man. Amen. The man. God bless him.
I'm so happy he's back. It's just really just.
I can't even function. Like I go into wrestling knowing that wrestling can only be but enjoyable without Hangman Page and Kenny Omega. That's it. If it has at least one of those people, I'm locked in. If it has both of them, I'm giving a 5-star to everything. But if it has neither of them, it's so over. I'm so like, just put a fork in me. I'm dead. It's so over.
Buckshot Rainmaker. Woo!
Cinema, baby.
Yeah, Okada's not seen, doesn't know what he's in for with Hangman, Drunk Hangman.
He doesn't know what Drunk Hangman and Wembley Stadium singles match. Put your cowboy boots on.
Full of Swerve's blood still in his veins because now they are bonded by blood.
Mustache. Oh my God. Y'all better leave him alone. He's
new
crazy.
Theme. I'm still holding out hope.
I want him to use "Wanted Dead or Alive" by Bon Jovi so bad.
I want that, and I also need one day. I need him to come out. I need Orville Peck to sing him out to the ring one day. That's all I want. I have been waiting for this. Hello? This is all I need.
Correct. Yes.
Full Gear, Wrestle. I need it on a big stage. All in. I don't care where it is. I just need it. Need it.
Yeah. Correct. Amen.
This is what I need. Yes. Tony, Taya, 10 out of 10. We get distracted. More Kip. Kip is on our TV backstage with Lexi. She asked about the patriarchy. He says he lost his father 4 months ago. It's been difficult, but he's focusing now on making his family proud. And Nick came to him at the Royal Rampage last night. He didn't attack him. Nick came looking for him, and he's back and better than ever.
Okay.
Solid promo. I liked it. I love it. I love his Lost Boys hair. I'm ready.
I'm here for
it. Willow versus Deanna. CMLL Eliminator match. Whew.
This was really good.
So good. Love. They looked great. The match was great. The story, the time. I don't know what
the women carried Battle of the Bells.
That part. And in a way that, like, I feel like every other Battle of the Belts has been like, oh, we're gonna throw a TBS title match on. It's somebody who just won last night. And it means nothing. But these all meant something. Mm-hmm. Even just putting Eliminator on them, even though they weren't for them, like, still meant something. And they were all consistent in storylines. like Tony being unhinged. Willow had, she had that thing with Taya earlier. Deanna and Taya are now friends, and then we get a run-in from Taya, and then Thunder Rosa comes out because Taya has the turnbuckle like last week. This all made sense. Consistency. Yay.
Listen, the girls are the most consistent storylines in the company right now.
Yes. I think even commentary said that. Commentary said on the Thunder Maya that the women's division is like the best right now.
Correct. Well, yes.
Shout out to my boys on commentary. Nigel, a mess.
Mhm.
We also shout out to Ian on commentary for Battle of the Belts. You know we love Ian over here.
He's amazing.
Love. It's great. But Willow hits the pounce onto Deanna. Woo! The end. 1, 2, 3. Love to see it. And our main event. Are we ready? It's here. Yes. Woo! You guys, they revived the 6-man Ring of Honor championships. We thought they were dead. And they just said, here, we'll make new champs.
At this point, it got to a point where I was just like, none of this makes sense, but let's just go with it. I said, okay, cool. I do think that sometimes people got to stop being such hard asses. Of course, no, it doesn't make sense. Guess what? Rule number 1 of wrestling, these bookers lie. They lie. And not even do they just lie. They make decisions truly with not long-term ever factor into account. It's annoying. It's stupid. But if you really get hung up on it, you're never going to have a good time. So just roll with it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess this was the only way to take the 6-man titles off of the Bang Bang Gang. But you could have just picked and choose, sure. But here we are. Great. I appreciate it because we thought these titles were dead, and we've been mad about it for weeks.
Right. Just vibing.
We're just vibing. Undisputed Kingdom, who are also the tag team champions of Ring of Honor. We don't see them. Versus the Von Erichs and Dustin Rhodes, who have just become friends. We're in Texas for the summer, so we are going to milk the Von Erichs for all they're worth, but I'm not mad at it, I'm not mad at it.
The old wrestling families, you did that in the same within a year of the Iron Claw coming out. I ain't mad at you.
I'm not mad.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah. I'm not mad. I'm still on the fence if Ross is hot or not. I want them to look like tag teams, though. I want them to look like a tag team. Your brothers.
They're hot. Yeah.
I don't know if it's a beard or not. Okay, I haven't decided.
Like that. No, they hot for real.
The grand tradition of their uncles.
I fear. I fear. Not like that.
But I want them to dress like you're wearing black tights, but the color schemes are still not matching. Okay.
We need to fine tune a few things.
Dustin, help
the
them.
potential's there, and also they're supposed to look like these road cowboys. I don't know, y'all. Put them in a faction with Hangman.
I like that. That's cute because our other faction has been Bandito and Brian Keith and a Hangman 6-man. That's what we've also
clearly and Chris Jericho stole.
He stole Brian Keith. That's the dream. But I will also take him taking the Von Erichs under his wing. Would they be bad boys or would they be good boys? Like, is this like in a year of Hangman's?
I think we can live with either, but be bad. I like it.
Wait, they turn on their dad. Wait, hold on.
Oh my gosh. Do you understand the type of riots people are
Kevin.
Like, imagine them putting the Iron Claw on Kevin Von Erich. I think, I think that we're onto something here.
I think you are. Sorry, my internet was a little messy for a minute.
You think I'm just like, as soon I saw the vision last night. I saw the vision. I said, if they can replicate this, like I said, next year for that Dallas show, the Von Erichs winning the tag belts.
Oh my God.
Dallas?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, like it's just like it's one of those things to where it's for some people, and especially older wrestling fans, things like that means something to them. A Rhodes and Von Erichs holding tag team, like a whole different generation, like that's.
Mm-hmm. I like it. You know, and I'm not. I tweeted this. I said I'm not mad at it because Undisputed Kingdom has their own issues. They're hardly on. Ring of Honor will give them a great spot because there's some tweaks we need to make with them. They're still young in their careers. Putting them with Dustin is
I
great.
think also too the thing about that is just that that's a good sign for Ring of Honor because like those are champions that 9 times out of 10 are not going to be just thrown on AEW all the time and like leaving Ring of Honor as an afterthought. Like they're actual champions that can stay on
Yeah.
Ring of Honor, which makes the 6-man belts immediately so much more interesting. I mean, Dustin said himself that he wants to stay. So
yeah. So yeah.
he wants to stay. And I'm gonna be honest, like there's no way that he's going back to WWE and not being a Gold Dust cosplayer at this point in his career. He's gonna have to put that paint back on.
Yeah, and I don't think he's ready to. You know, he might
Yeah.
do it at the end, sail away, Hall of Fame, boom, boom, boom. But I think he's having a fine time, and he's still having great matches.
Yes, correct.
So, and then I don't want Cody to overshadow him. They're doing their own things.
Yes, everybody needs to just do their thing. And
Yeah,
this is a good, really good usage of Dustin Rhodes at this point in his career. I'm here for it.
yeah, I think it's very cute. I mean, I would hope they're signed if they're champions. Just so I don't know if
At least signed to
they're
some.
signed.
They're definitely signed to some type of deal. It might be like
Mm-hmm.
a tiered deal, but
Yeah, but yeah. I like it. And I thought the match was good. I think their match was because now we can get them to feud with Dark Order, okay? We get to spread it back. This is what we do. This is their first feud, right?
yeah.
Clearly, this is not over. They beat them for this opportunity on Friday.
And I will say, I think that's one thing that I like about a lot of these decisions too, is that I think that it's very clear that it looks like they're doing something substantial with Ring of Honor going forward. And that's
Mm-hmm.
really, it's like, especially with them having individual tapings and stuff like that. That's really cool. It looks like they're going to be having some more feuds. So I'm here for it.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I think it helps. I think
And it was also a very emotional. I didn't expect to get as emotional as I did.
right.
Like at the end, I was like, whoa.
Like, oh
I
my
was
God.
like, whoa.
What are these feelings? Like everyone came out. We
Whoa.
get streamers. Kevin's like, I
I
was
said,
like,
"Wow, like y'all, this is beautiful." I like this is beautiful, and it's one of those beautiful because I think, like, don't get me wrong, I think a lot of times in wrestling now, there's so much money involved where it's always just so much glitz and glam. Like just seeing like that moment being so stripped down and
mm-hmm.
just streamers, like it just felt big and natural. Like it just felt beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I moved, y'all. That moved me. I was emotional. I said, "Whoa." I think that people exactly just want a men's world champion back to lead. I think they just want a set of champions who are actually there.
Mm-hmm.
Athena's been all that. Athena, everybody knows that Athena's been leading, but she's been put in a fair position where she's the only champion that is on Ring of Honor full time, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so yeah, I think that that's where the frustration comes from. And let's just be real, Athena is quickly running out of things to do and people to wrestle. I'm fine with her holding on to the title because I do believe that her next giant defense, pay-per-view defense, is going to be her last, and I do believe it's going to be Billy Starks, which is, hey, listen, if you haven't learned anything else about Tony Khan in the past year, is that for his world titles, his women's world titles, he's here for the slow burn. He wants these long, complicated stories for the world title women's angles.
Yeah.
That's what he wants. You saw what Mariah and Tony, because some people were like, why hasn't Tony dropped the belt yet? Why hasn't Tony dropped the belt yet? Like, he's committed to Athena and Billy. And I don't think that is out of laziness.
No.
I think it's simply because like kind of like what I was saying about Maya earlier, they are invested in making sure that Billy Starks is the next big thing. Like Billy Starks, like they are investing in her so much of be pairing her with Athena. Like they're invested, and Athena's also invested in her too. Of just like when Athena leaves Ring of Honor, it's going to be big. Like it's going to be huge. And I do think that even the fact that they weren't like they didn't go on last was almost also kind of like a letting people know, like, yeah, tonight ain't gonna be it. Don't get me wrong, love the Queen. Queen Aminata is a future champion.
Yeah.
But what Athena and Billy have been doing, like they have to pay that story off.
Exactly. They held Ring of Honor together like all last summer, all this whole year. Everybody was like talking about that, you know? And it was when Joe was champion of Ring of Honor, you know? And they were the focus. And then everybody has played their part so well, and I will always talk about Lexi playing her part. Like, none of this should work, but it all works.
And they've stretched it out so long, and I mean, it still works.
Yeah.
And, you know, even with Athena being injured for part of, like, they managed to make it all work. And I think also the two of just, it's one of those things to where now that I feel like I know when it's ending, it makes me feel so like, it's so bittersweet because yes, Athena would love to see her in AEW tearing it up. And like, I can't wait for her to have some of these big matches, but what she did in Ring of Honor is so special. We're going to look back at this. In my opinion, I believe like it's the best women's title run I've ever seen in my lifetime. Yeah. Like of just pure dominance and also what it did for other people. Like you got to think Athena was the catalyst for AEW's women's division getting better. And she don't even go there for real.
You're not wrong.
Of just what they did for everybody else. And like the women who've come up of like, you know, we're talking about Maya because, you know, she got her first opportunity during like this Athena run. We're talking about so many women that the women's television title exists because her reign was so dominant. Of just think about all these women have gotten to like Queen Aminata and Red Velvet were just taking pins on AEW TV. Now they're championship caliber, you know, because of what Athena's been doing in Ring of Honor. And I'm gonna be honest, I truly don't think that you get a Mercedes Moné without her. And the work that she's been doing, you don't persuade free agents to come around to join your women's division without seeing the work that's already been done. And I think like Athena's just a huge part of that. She's like, I think a lot of people want to be like, oh, well, TK hates women. Clearly, I don't think that's the case. I think it's just for a reign this historic, yeah, got to take it all the way. She deserves to break the record. And also, you got to think, she won the title Final Battle 2022, losing the title at Final Battle 2024.
Yeah, and it has to be Billy. She's already pushing her away. Again, like Mariah and Tony, we see it, but the way it's going to happen, we don't know.
Yeah, they already planted the seeds. Like
been
the
planted.
Seeds have already been planted. Like,
yeah, just Billy has this edge.
Y'all. Enjoy the ride because I guarantee you 2025 is the year of the fallen goddess. AEW, you girls better glue your wigs down. Okay? Strap everything down. Strap down your jewels. It's about to get really, 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 really messy.
I'm ready. But we see this edge from Billy. We saw it Friday. We saw the look. We saw the entrance. We saw, you know, she's learned so much. So she's not going to be the same girl she was last year for that match.
Absolutely.
It's going to be good. But yeah, Athena's elevated everyone. It's not just beating people for no reason.
She's made literally
some bangers.
Invented shit for her. Like, y'all, they invented stuff because she did.
Billy has a title. Billy's the first because of Athena.
At 19.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there.
Yep.
But it was okay when MJF did it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Clock it.
Just saying. Yep. She is for everybody.
For sure.
Talk about Thunder Rosa being for the women. So is Athena. And that's the real
It's
mark of a
people who
champion.
she's, it's people who she's worked with who ended up getting signed by WWE.
Yeah.
I was like, no, that's true. Like I remember
Yeah.
one of her exhibitions for the title was Maddie Rinkowski. They picked her up for NXT.
Mm-hmm.
She's just helped women's wrestling as a whole.
Love it. I don't know how we got from the Von Erichs to Athena, but here we are. Ring of Honor. Guys, if you wanna, yeah, so thanks for hanging out. I feel like we an
Chris,
hour 40. We could talk about this all day. I'm so happy you hung out with me today.
so happy I
Anytime,
could. Yeah.
yeah. Anytime you want to hop on, you're more than welcome. If you're feeling bored.
Thank you. Yes. Ever need me, let me know. This was
Yeah.
fun. I don't get to talk in these collision streets very often, so it's nice
Mhm.
for a nice change of pace from I feel like the collision crowd is so like more chill, and then like Dynamite, you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we are just full of insane people over here. Okay,
Where
these
hey
Alicia.
girl!
Yay! There's our third. Love you. That is the third of our
Real.
Sunday special. Yes. Uh, but yes. Anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
Y'all, I have nothing to plug right now because I have been so behind on writing and creating. I need to push out some G1 episodes. I need to do some writing, but I've been working so much recently. It's been a lot, but I'm going to make it happen. So just stay tuned. Follow me at Lyric Wrestling on Twitter and Instagram. Something's going to come out eventually.
Eventually. You know what? It'd be like that.
You can subscribe on YouTube at Lyric Swinton. I'm gonna put something out eventually. So just yeah. Mm-hmm.
I get it. It's rough to create content and have a real job and to live
Oh,
your life. It's rough out
also,
here, guys.
oh, I forgot. I have a show on Wednesdays. That is kind of important. After Dynamite, the Dynamite book, me and Danny, we host. That's the Dynamite after show on the Body Slam YouTube. So that's after Dynamite. Danny's not going to be on this week because she's on vacation again. But after that, she'll be back full time. So tune in on Wednesdays. Oh, could you hear me?
Sorry, my internet is all of a
Oh,
sudden
okay.
freaking out. Okay, I am back. I guess I should wrap this up before my internet goes out. But yes, always catch you Wednesdays. Catch all of the shows here on Body Slam. All of the shows. We got Raw, NXT, TNA, everything is covered here. Support us all, support everybody. They're killing it. Support the site. Um, Mika should be back next week. If not, again, I'll be solo or we'll see who wants to pop in. Thanks for hanging out, Lyric. If you want to follow me, Alia Pod. And if you guys want to hang out, let's see how my internet handles. In a couple hours, we'll do some Ring of Honor review. We'll talk in full about the pay-per-view. I'll go live. So follow Alia Pod on YouTube, Twitter, all of the things. Hang out with me. Come in the comments. Let's talk about it. I don't know time TBD. But yeah, couple hours. Let me get some food in me. But yes, got some stuff coming up. As always, thanks for hanging out. See you guys next week. Bye.